If you're thinking about moving to Port St. Lucie, Florida, you're gonna want to stick around for this video. Today, I'm showing you around Bristol at Wylder, one of the newest all-ages community here in Port St. Lucie, and one of the most exciting in my opinion. Because this isn't just a random collection of homes. This is the first neighborhood in what's going to be a huge, thoughtfully planned out community with parks, trails, a future school, and even a brand new golf course. So if you're looking to buy a move-in ready home with modern features, great amenities, and a peaceful location that still keeps you close to everything, this might check a lot of the boxes. If we haven't met before, hello everyone, my name is Spencer. I'm a local Florida realtor, and I help people just like you relocate to the beautiful Sunshine State, and I'd love to help you out as well. If you want to know more information about Bristol at Wylder, or if you just are planning to move here to Florida and have questions, reach out to me directly and we'll get the ball rolling. With that being said, let's get right into today's video. So first up, let's talk location. Bristol at Wylder is located on the western side of Port St. Lucie, on the west side of I-95. So what's nearby the community? Well, even though Wylder feels tucked away currently, you're really not going to be far away from anything. Tradition is just 10 to 15 minutes south. You have Target, Publix, and the Cleveland Clinic Hospital, and also a ton of dining options. St. Lucie West is 15 minutes northeast. That's again going to be great for shopping, dining, and the Mets spring training games. And if you take Midway Road east, you're going to hit Fort Pierce beaches in roughly 30 to 40 minutes. You're also close to nature preserve, golf courses, and that massive winter garden surf park that's coming soon. That's going to bring a lot of restaurants, entertainment, and a very cool lifestyle and vibe to that whole area. And if you have kids or if you're planning to in the future, it's worth noting that it is going to have a brand new high school being built right inside the master plan community at Wylder. So this area is only going to get better for families. Also, Port St. Lucie has ranked in the top 5 safest cities here in Florida. So it's great for young families who want that security or retirees who want to get away from all of the riffraff that maybe they're currently experiencing. Since this area is just getting started, this area feels a little bit more quiet and natural compared to some of the more developed parts of town. You're surrounded by lakes, by woods, and by a lot of open land. But don't let that fool you. You still got access to everything you need, and a lot of new stuff is coming. So prepare for that change as it goes from this kind of quiet community to a fully built out master plan community. There's even a massive surf park called Coa Bay being built right nearby. It's going to have some artificial wave pools, restaurants, and it's going to have a resort style vibe that could turn into one of Port St. Lucie's biggest new attractions. Now, Wylder is the master plan community that Bristol is a part of. So you have Bristol at Wylder. Wylder is eventually going to have thousands of homes across several neighborhoods. There are currently plans for a new public high school, a huge public park, shopping areas, and even a full golf course and country club designed by Jim Furyk. Bristol is the first neighborhood in this master plan community, so you're really going to be getting in early if you choose Bristol at Wylder. Right now, Bristol at Wylder has homes being built by Lennar and Meritage Homes, 2 nationally recognized builders. They each have a different approach, which gives the neighborhood some variety in its look and its feel. The neighborhood feels fresh. You got wide sidewalks, tree-lined streets, decorative streetlights, and plenty of lakes and green space. Everything here is 2025 built with a modern lifestyle in mind. It's walkable, it's peaceful, and it's not overcrowded at the moment. In total, there will be around 466 homes being built at Bristol at Wylder. Bristol is the first neighborhood in Wylder, so while it currently has a more intimate feel, it's just the beginning of what will become a much larger, thoughtfully designed community. As Wylder continues to grow, you still have that neighborhood charms. Like I said, you still have those sidewalks, you have a lot of green spaces, you have a lot of lakes, but with the added benefit of being part of something bigger here in the future. And the way it's being laid out makes it easy to enjoy outdoor spaces. Whether you're taking a dog for a walk, riding bikes with the kids, or just taking an evening stroll by the lake, it has a great neighborhood feel to it, and it's very walkable. The HOA fee here is around the $200 to $300 range per month, depending on your lot and home. That includes full lawn care maintenance, so you don't have to mow your own yard, which is a game changer, especially if you're a snowbird or if you have a busy schedule, or if you're just like me and don't want to mow your lawn in 100-degree weather. There is also a CDD fee, which runs right around $1,800 per year, and that is added to your property tax bill. This helps pay for the infrastructure, the roads, the sewer, the streetlights, and overall the entire master plan community. Now for one of my favorite parts, the amenities, because even though Bristol at Wylder is more of an affordable community compared to some master plan communities, the amenities here will feel high end. You've got a resort style beach entry pool that's perfect for lounging or letting the kids splash around. Instead of big stairs, it has those zero entry kind of slope design that you see in more luxury style resorts, which that makes it a lot more family friendly. There's plenty of space around the pool to relax, and there's even a shaded pavilion area. Then you've got a full fitness center, cardio and strength equipment, and that's great for early morning workouts or skipping that gym membership fee altogether. There's also pickleball courts, which I know is exploding in popularity in Florida over the past few years. And honestly, these are some of the nicer courts that I've seen. It's fenced in, it's well lit, and it's set right near the clubhouse. There's also a fenced-in dog park with separate areas for both large and small dogs, which is perfect if you have a pup who needs to burn off maybe a little bit of energy. Add in a little children's playground and an open multi-purpose field and walking trails around the lakes, and you have a community where it's easy to stay active, especially with kids and dogs. Everything is new, it's clean, and it's well thought out, and it's exclusive to Bristol at Wylder residents and their guests. So you're not sharing these amenities with 10 other neighborhoods like you're gonna be in Central Park. So let's talk a little bit more about the builders, because this is usually where people have their questions. Lennar is known for their everything included model, which means what you see is what you get. There are no hidden fees or upgrades. You're getting quartz or granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, smart home feature, tile flooring, and even hurricane impact windows, all included in that base price. So like I said, no upgrades needed. Lennar homes here range from roughly 1,600 square feet all the way to just under 3,000 square feet, with options from 3 to 6 bedrooms. So whether you're downsizing or you need space for that big family, they do have something here that'll fit you. They also offer both single-story and two-story floor plans, depending on your preference. Some of their popular models include the Hartford, which is a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1-story home that's great for the middle-of-the-road family that doesn't need anything small or too big. They have the Rayleigh, which is a larger 2-story home with 5 bedrooms and a loft. Perfect if you don't mind living in a 2-story home and you want to be a little bit more spread out. They have the Alexia, which is a flexible layout that works very well for multi-generational families and people who need to work from home. Another big benefit, especially for people moving from northern parts of the country, they have natural gas here in the community. So you're going to have a natural gas range, gas water heater, and potentially you'll even have a little bit lower utility costs compared to electric. So if you love cooking on gas, this is a big win for you. Now, Meritage Homes, they come at it at a different angle. Their homes are all about energy efficiency and lower long-term costs. Every home here comes standard with spray foam insulation, dual pane windows, which are hurricane windows, and they're also energy efficient. They have energy efficient appliances and a smart thermostat. They also have a fresh air intake that pulls air from the front of the home to recirculate it in the home, so you don't get recirculated air that you're breathing in all the time. Like I said, they have a fresh air intake that they'll draw air outside and they bring it in, they dehumidify it and bring it into the home. So that'll give you nice fresh air and you don't have to keep breathing in the same air. So if someone is sick, that's a big benefit because you don't really have to breathe in all of that, recirculated air. It's nice to know that you have fresh air coming in from outside. And like I just said, they also include hurricane impact glass on their windows and doors, which is a big thing for first energy efficiency, long-term costs, and of course, when a hurricane rolls through, you don't have to do anything. Meritage homes are mostly single story, ranging from 1,600 square feet to 2,800 square feet with 3 to 4 bedrooms. Some of their larger floor plans do offer 3-car garages, which you almost never see at this price point. Their style leans a little bit more modern. They have open floor plans, clean lines, and finishes that feel current without being, too trendy. Now, they are all electric, so they don't have any gas, but the efficiency savings often kind of balance that out because, like I said, that's their kind of claim to fame is their energy efficiency. That's what Meritage Homes is known for. So if you do like cooking on natural gas, you might want to check out Lennar. That's building in Bristol at Wylder because they do have gas. Meritage Homes, they don't. And just like Lennar, Meritage Homes is offering quick move-in homes with some really good incentives. They often cover your closing costs, and currently I know they're giving away interest rates as low as 3.99% for FHA and VA buyers. Those interest rates are game changers for anyone that wants to save a few $100s each month. Currently, interest rates are at 7%. So if you can get a 5% interest rate right now with them, you can save roughly $500 a month. So if you got a home at a 5% interest rate, and let's say the payment was $2,500, if you were to get that at a 7% interest rate, it's going to be closer to $3,000. So those interest rate incentives are a game changer right now. That's personally what I got when I built my home, not with Meritage or Lennar, but with D.R. Horton. The cost savings that I got getting a lower interest rate on my home made it all worth the while. That being said, both Lennar and Meritage are offering some really good deals, especially if you use their preferred lender and if you buy quick move-in homes. They're giving huge discounts on quick move-in homes that they need to sell before they start building the other phases of the community. Like I said earlier, on top of the interest rates that they may give you on certain homes, they're going to cover your closing costs, and oftentimes they're going to give you free upgrades like granite countertops, flooring, this, that, and the other. Right now is a great time to buy because it is a buyer's market here in Florida, and builders really need to get rid of their current inventory. These incentives change month to month, so if you're thinking about buying, let me know, and I'll give you the latest updates on what they're currently offering. Currently, there are 6 model homes available to tour in person. 3 of them are by Lennar and 3 of them are by Meritage Homes. Walking through the Lennar models, you're going to notice they feel a little bit more traditional. They have the bigger living rooms, they have clearly defined spaces, and layouts that are good for entertaining. Think open concept. Everything is finished, everything is staged and ready to go. So what you see in the model is what you're going to get if you buy one of their quick move-in homes. There's no hidden upgrades or fees. Meritage Homes model have a slightly more modern feeling. The layouts are open as well. They have that foam insulation, which makes it super quiet and colder on the inside. And the kitchens tend to have more of that minimalist, clean design. You're also going to know how cool that the homes stay, especially with that spray-in foam. I believe the spray-in foam, the temperature from your attic to the rest of the home is only supposed to be like 5 degrees. Compared to if I went up in my attic right now on a hot summer day, it's going to be over 100 degrees up there. That is one big claim to fame that Meritage Homes have, is that if it's 75 degrees here, it's only going to be 85 or 80 degrees up there. It's not going to get that 100 degrees like my home has, because mine has that spray-in insulation, that kind of fluffy material. It doesn't have that spray foam, which keeps it, one, a lot more quieter and a lot more well insulated. If you do want to view these models in person, give me a quick call or a quick text and I'll set up a private showing where you and I can go through the models together and see what fits your lifestyle. With that being said, let's go over why it's important to get into this community early. Buying in the first few phases of this master plan community has some real advantages. Prices tend to be more competitive early on, and you can see some serious equity gains as more homes, amenities, and all of the infrastructure in the community are finally being built out. Plus, you get more of a choice, whether that's picking your preferred lot, your preferred floor plan, or builder incentives. If you want to wait a few more years, a lot of that flexibility possibly may go away. So if you're on the fence, this could be your chance to get in early, get everything you want, get those great incentives, get the home you want, the floor plan you want, and the location you want, all for a decent price. Not to say there's not going to be any opportunities here in the future to get in this community for a good price, but typically getting in early does have its advantages. So here's the big takeaway. Bristol at Wylder gives you a chance to own a new construction home here in Port St. Lucie. It has resort style amenities, move-in ready homes, so you don't have to wait to build. You have 2 top builders to choose from Lennar and Meritage Homes. They include lawn care, impact windows, and energy efficient features. And like I said earlier, if you get in early, you have that potential for serious equity gains as the community gets built out. So whether you're a first-time home buyer, a snowbird, or if you're moving your entire family here to Florida, this community is definitely worth checking out. So if you want to see a list of the available homes, the current builder incentives, or get a personalized walkthrough, reach out, call, text me anytime. All of my info is going to be on screen here and in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If this video did help out, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a ton. I'd really appreciate it. With that being said, everyone, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.